Here we have a Great Barrier Reef limited edition. This is the fourth iteration of the Great Barrier Reef limited edition, and I think this is absolutely marvelous. It's been a long time since I've appreciated a dial so much. This is the most exciting dial I've seen in a long time. This has a color gradation from light aqua or teal up at the top of the dial by the 12 o'clock applied marker, and then it dithers into various shades of greenish blue to aqua to deep navy, and then finally it looks like black at the very bottom of the dial by the date aperture. And it's not just the color transition that is exciting about this application, it's the fact that Oris has placed a sunray effect, but it emanates from the 12 up near the top of the dial, as opposed to the hand stack where watches traditionally place the origin of the sunburst. And so it's unique in that aspect. And then there's a layer of reflectivity on this dial. So it does not matter whether you're outside in natural light or inside under artificial light, or you're in a dim room, this dial just sings and it looks so good. Again, no matter the light, no matter the angle, this dial is amazing. And I see a lot of watches come across my desk, but this one is special. And this is one that I absolutely plan to purchase. I just need to pad the watch budget a little bit more because the retail price on this is $4,750, a little bit more than a traditional in-house caliber 400 Aquis would come in at if you're looking at Oris's product catalog on their website. But that said, this watch was lent in by Saltzman's Watches, and I have a discount code with Saltzman's. Saltzman's is a family-owned AD in Rhode Island. I bought from them many times. They're a great place to buy a new watch, whether you're shopping Oris or Breitling or Tag or any of the brands that they carry. So if you're interested in Oris, definitely take advantage of my discount code. I've linked that as well as a link to their store below. Now, why is this watch so striking, so successful in my opinion? It comes down to two important things. One is the ARC on this sapphire crystal. ARC stands for anti-reflective coatings, and that allows you to see the details, the color, the reflectivity of the dial to a high degree of clarity, unobstructed by distracting reflections. And I've seen Oris Aquis models that had amazing dials, but they just weren't as satisfying because the ARC was not effective. This actually has effective ARC, and I think that makes all the difference with this particular Great Barrier Reef 4. Now, the other thing that really helps this execution is the fact that it has a tungsten minutes scale for the bezel insert. Tungsten is a metal that's incredibly difficult to scratch, to mar, or to mark. And so it has the properties of a ceramic bezel insert, but it's not glossy, it's not reflective, it's not distracting. The muted gray tones only help this dial stand out even more and saturate your eyes with this color transition and the unique application of the sunburst effect. This really is a beautiful diver. Now, I've been a fan of Oris for a long time. I like this independent Swiss brand. I think they offer a great mix of original designs. They certainly have some amazing history when it comes to this brand, going back over 100 years to 1904. And the Aquis is my favorite design that they currently offer. This is a very contemporary feeling diver. It's not derivative in design. This, when you look at it, you don't think Omega Seamaster or Rolex Submariner or Breitling Super Ocean or IWC or any other brand. This is distinctively Oris, and it's comfortable. So the way this watch has a shorter lug tip to lug tip dimension, the way the lugs angle down, the way the bracelet tapers and has full link articulation, this ends up being an exceptionally comfortable wear. So you can actually go a little bit wider, a little bit bigger in terms of size and diameter than you think you could, because this just works well on wrist. So I love the fact that this is 43.5 millimeters in diameter. It does not feel 43.5 millimeters. This definitely feels more like a 41, 42. It works well. And the wider it is, the thinner it appears. So it looks and it feels refined, more so than a smaller iteration of the Aquis. I have nothing against the smaller Aquis models. I think they have their place in the market, but 10 times out of 10, I'm choosing 43.5 when it comes to the Aquis. And if you get a chance to try one on, I think you'll agree with me. You can go larger than you think you otherwise should. And just for reference, my wrists are 7.25 inches in circumference. And here's the watch next to one of the big crown pointer dates, which is smaller in diameter. And you can tell a difference visually, but when you put it on wrist, there really isn't that much of a feeling of difference of weight or of height or of diameter. This wears very well. Now, inside the case is the in-house caliber 400 that has some pretty impressive specifications, and I'll list them here on the screen. These are not specifications or features that you will commonly find in an in-house movement at this price, even if it is approaching $5,000 if you're rounding up. So I like the fact that you have an up to decade length warranty. This has 5 days of power reserve. There's a lot going for this, but I wonder, here's a question for you. Please place your answer in the comment section. Do you prefer the Oris Aquis Caliber 400, this exact iteration with these specifications, or would you prefer this watch but with the Sellita the SW200 from Sellita? If you could take off a significant amount of retail price, would you rather pay less and get an inferior movement, or would you rather pay more and get this impressive in-house movement? I'm curious to hear your opinion. Personally, I could go either way depending on the edition of the watch and what else I have in my rotation at the moment. Now, I'd like to end with a suggestion to Oris, and feel free to share your opinions in the comments below. But I love everything about this watch. I love the dial. I love the applied markers, the hand design. I like the case back here. I like the movement. I like the quick release system for this integrated bracelet. There's nothing about the watch that I feel is lacking from just an objective standpoint. This is a very capable, comfortable, and beautiful watch. In fact, this is one that I personally want to purchase. I would love to look down at my wrist in the future and be surprised at how striking the dial is, even though I've seen it 100 times previously, or possibly thousands of times previously. I think this watch is that good, so I do want to buy one, but I think Oris should consider including a complimentary rubber strap with this limited edition. And perhaps they should do that with every limited edition, just to help the overall package feel different from a standard Aquis. Help the customer feel like they're getting some more value for their hard-earned dollar. And I know Oris makes great rubber straps with quick adjustment style clasps. So I would love to see maybe a yellow or an orange or a transitional color found in a complimentary rubber strap for this watch. I think that could bring it up another notch. But thanks for watching today. I appreciate it. If you're shopping Oris, take advantage of my discount code. I've linked that below. If you got something from this video, please hit like, please subscribe for more, and I'll see you next time.